will take advantage of his character. They will take advantage of him to further their own cause, okay, their own sort of agenda. So you have to remember that as well. He's only human, and he's a pretty fucking special human.
We have a video here from Freelee. Just found this in the hard drive. Just upload some old videos. If you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. Blast from the past. I'll give Freelee one big praise is that in the decade we were together, roughly, she was 100% of the time correct about character judgments. We'd meet someone or be friends with someone, she'd be like, that person, they'll turn on us one day. Don't give them too much time. And I'm like, what? They're really nice. She's like, no. So, and she was always fucking right. She had this gift about calling character judgments really, really early on. And she was 100% right every single fucking time. So that's pretty amazing gift. I definitely don't have that. Freelee's got it. Anyway, this is a video. Watch it to the very, very end. Freelee shares the insights and opinions on yours truly. And when it comes to questions, leave down below, and we'll see you next video.
You can be stubborn as fuck. Hey banana bitches, welcome to another episode. Here I am with the lovely Ness on YouTube. Hello. Check out her channel. I'm going to put a link in the description below. And this video I've been wanting to make for a long time. It was partially inspired by Mummy Tang and the mukbang queen. Bang. Yeah, I think I said it right this time. I talked to one of my Korean friends. And if you haven't seen the video, watch it. I'll put a link in the description below. Her channel's going amazing, and she actually gave us a shout out, and Durianrider Harley in particular, and that's what this video is about today. We want to talk about Durianrider, and I know there's a lot of you who are going to be like, oh my god, I don't want to talk about him. Oh my god, I hate him. I fucking hate him. Stop. Just chill out, relax. It's okay, all right? I know you might have your perception of what he is like, but you don't actually know him. If you hate him, you don't know him. That's basically it. If you hate him, you don't know him. So I've been in the presence of Harley for the last decade, basically. I've shared company with Harley for 10 years, which is a fucking amazing amount of time. And so if anyone knows him, I know him, okay? And I like to think of myself as someone who is a good judge of character, who is carved up, who is rational. So when I say someone is a good person, they're a fucking good person. I'm not going to waste 10 years of my life with someone who is like a scammer, an arsehole, a sociopath, a cunt, whatever you want to call him. I'm not going to spend my time with someone like that. Right, so I just wanted to get that off my chest. And firstly, before we move forward, I want this to be a discussion between us, the three of us, basically, okay? Personal. I want it to be personal, so I'm going to turn off the comments because I don't want to see a lot of fucking fighting and, people who don't know Harley, bashing Harley and stuff like that. And there's a lot of noise in the comments. There can be so much noise. I'm turning them off for the first time in history, and we're going to see how that goes. So, Harley Durianrider.
Harley Durianrider.
It's a big subject. Harley's a big subject, a big topic to cover. He's a very complex person, but at the same time, he's very simple in the way that his message and his heart is so fucking huge, and it's always about giving. We were talking about this, hey? Always about giving.
We had dinner last night with some friends, and we started talking about Harley, and it was just story after story after story of people telling their story of how he's helped them. And it was
one person started, then the others is like domino.
Just kept on coming and coming, and it was like all these little stories that you never hear about, but all these ways that Harley has helped, if it's like cycling tips or information or whatever, he gives and doesn't expect anything back from these people at all.
Yeah, no, he's giving because he loves to fucking do it. The guy gets a high. We were talking about this also. It's like, I like to give. I like to give to people, but Harley's like next level. Okay, he gets this shot of happiness, excitement when he gives, which is pretty fucking amazing. He will get a fucking high of putting a piece of rubbish in the bin. How many people will get a high off that level of contribution? And also, with the whole, here's another story. So one of the stories from around the table was that, one of the guys couldn't believe this one particular ride took Harley so long. So he watched a video that Harley made of that day, and every fucking half an hour, Harley is stopping to help animals across the road. Not even animals, insects. Helping insects, there's a bug on the road. and he helps the bug across the road. And he's not doing that to get some sort of kudos. Or like, oh my God, how amazing is Harley? That's super sweet. No, he just actually cares about the bug. And like, I remember the other day, we were coming up the mountain and there was a Thai guy who was broken down and he didn't have anyone helping him. People were riding past and Harley stopped, he fixed his bike and the guy was like, thank you so much. And that is just a very average day in our life. It's a very average day. He takes his time out of the day all the time to help people. Like this morning, helping people fix their bike yet again. Hundreds, the thousands of people he's got onto bikes as well, like us.
Countless. I probably wouldn't be riding if it wasn't for Harley.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember last year he invited me into his home and welcomed me without expecting anything.
There wasn't any expectation. He's just like, hey, come, you know. You wanted to like learn the whole YouTube thing and everything like that, and Harley's like, yeah, come on in,
come on over,
which is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing to do, like just to put yourself out there. I mean, like, when it comes to his approach, do we agree with everything Harley says or everything he does, or are we on board 100%? No, we're not. He can be stubborn as fuck. Yes, we know that. But we do, or I speak for myself, I do 100% agree with his core message, which is giving, okay? Which is, you know, trying to, putting himself out on a limb to help people like you, okay? To protect people, to warn people. You know, whenever you feel angry at Harley, like look beneath that surface, look beneath that anger and go, what more could this mean? What is he trying to achieve? What is beneath this, rather than just looking at that shell?
Yeah, just forget the swearing and just look at the meaning behind why he's doing that.
And the swearing is an interesting one. We're talking about the cultural thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Harley's from like a pretty rough place in Australia. Okay, like good old Adelaide. Good old Ads. You know, like he's from a pretty rough place in Australia, and then within that rough place, he's from a rough place. So when you hear things like shit cunt, a motherfucker, it's a cultural thing.
You have to understand it's like completely normal to speak like that in some parts
of Australia. It's completely normal.
And we were in the States a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you cannot
no.
You cannot say those things there. And so like you can be offended by it, but just
the meaning is different.
Yeah, the meaning is different, and understand that it's like it's totally acceptable for him in his group, in his area, or how he was brought up.
Yeah. Is he perfect? Is he a perfect human being? No, of course he's fucking not. Does he make mistakes? Of course he fucking does. Everybody does. You do too. Okay? You know, you have to remember that. No one is immune to the, you know, human emotions. Everybody's susceptible to human emotions. That's us. We experience those. Okay? So remember that when you want to grill Harley. Okay? And remember to dive deep beneath and go, what does this mean? What's this guy trying to do? Why is he so fucking passionate? Why? And you look beneath that passion, that hard, rough exterior, and you will find a massive heart just wanting to help. Very, very simple. It's a very, very simple thing.
It is simple, and hours on Tumblr.
Oh, so many hours.
Just like,
you should check out his Tumblr. It's Ask Durianrider. Like hours and hours and hours, thousands of comments, and I'm like, you know, it'll be 3 a.m. in the morning, and I'm like, Harley, you got to come to bed. This is getting ridiculous. You got to look after yourself. And he's like, I've still got questions. I've got to answer these questions like a machine. So, I mean, how many people would you know who would take a spider, you know, come up to a spider and see a spider and go, that spider's dehydrated. It needs some water. I'm going to give it some water.
Not many people.
No, most people like stand on it or something, or kill it, spray it. Not Harley. He hydrates that spider. He observes that spider until it is feeling better. And that's what he does with people. You know, I have a million stories of how he's helped me, for sure. You know, like he has pushed me to the point of me going, I fucking hate you. But, you know, afterwards, after I've got the carbs in, the water in, I've looked back and thought, shit, he was right. You know, he was just trying to help. But because I was in that mental state of not being, you know, right, of like taking it personally. And a lot of people take him personally when they shouldn't be taking him personally. We were thinking about it that it would be great if you have been helped by Harley in some way. You know, if you've been helped by him, make a video and say, hey, Harley did this for me. Because I know there's thousands of you out there.
And you haven't heard those stories.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure a lot of people want to hear those stories, and it's easy to just roll over them and go, yeah, thanks, Harley. You spent hours with me. Thanks. Thanks a lot. And there's people who will become haters of him who's helped so much. And there's channels that will hate on him and shit like that. But at the end of the day, the guy has the heart of someone I have never met in my life. Honestly, the most giving person I've ever met in my life. And no matter, you know, what happens in the future or whatever between Harley and I will always say that, because he is super, super generous person. To a fault sometimes, where people are just like, I don't want your help, you know, just fuck off kind of thing. And he's still there. I will still help you. And, you know, he can be baited. And he can, you know, do things that maybe he didn't think about enough, or, you know, like that, you know, people will take advantage of his character. They will take advantage of him to further their own cause, okay, their own sort of agenda. So you have to remember that as well. He's only human, and he's a pretty fucking special human.